Well, hello, my name is Ken Fortney. I am the founder, owner, and operator of That Local Pack. I am a local SEO agency. I help primarily local service pros in the United States get found online by their customers without having to depend on Google Ads, Thumbtack, Angie, all the places where you would pay for leads. And this is a little bit of an introduction to me and my brand. A little breakdown of what it is I do for clients in the United States. If you're watching this video, it is most likely just because you heard my name and are trying to get an idea of what I do. So this is an intro, and we're glad you're here. Thank you so much for watching. I will try and keep this short and brief. Okay. My goal with every client is that they're showing up on page 1 of results in Google, as well as in the top 5 of Google's map pack, which is essentially the same as Google Maps. When someone needs your services in their area, they pull out their smartphone, they search for, maid services. They might say maid services near me or just maid services. Google knows where they're located and is going to automatically find a high quality provider near them. My goal with you is to ensure that you show up near the top. There is the actual search results page that most of you all are familiar with if you go to search something on Google. And there's the Google Maps. Customers find you on either one. Often they're going to move past anything that says sponsored. The majority of customers are a little bit suspicious when they see sponsored. Doesn't mean they won't click, but they are definitely going to keep scrolling to see who's listed naturally or organically. Now, it's really important being on page 1, and this is why. This graph you're looking at, the lion's share of website clicks and business phone calls, requesting an estimate, asking for a job, are going to those local businesses listed on page 1 when the customer does a search. You're seriously, it's like over 80% of people are going to find something on page 1, click on it, and more than likely click through to the point where they're giving you a call or submitting an estimate request. Do some people keep going to page 2, 3, 4? Yeah, some of them do. But you really see like the rest of the pages are fighting over that remaining 20%. Being listed not on page 1 is a huge hit to your business. I want to get you on page 1 because, again, I want you in the mix of getting the lion's share of those clicks and phone calls. Now, on the Google Maps side, if you've created a Google business profile, that is so that you can show up in Google Maps, which is really critical. If you haven't created a Google business profile and verified it, I highly recommend it. You really need to, because showing up in Google Maps is another major way that customers in your area are going to find you and call you. And it's similar. The top 5 providers that show up in that Google Maps, or what they call the map pack, are again going to take the lion's share of the clicks and phone calls. In this case, they're taking 80% of that. Now, some people will scroll down beyond to the next 6, 7, 8, 9, 10th ranked. Another 25% will click there. When you go below the top 10, you really are, very few customers are going that far down before they click through to your website or give you a call. So it's my goal that you're in the top 10 and frankly, even in the top 5. And if we can, even in the top 3, because again, once you get in that top 5, you are in the perfect position to be getting far more clicks and phone calls, which of course means more jobs for your business. Now, this idea of paying for Google Ads versus doing local SEO, I'll be honest with you, local SEO is not like a overnight win for you. And it's a lot like going to the gym. There's work that has to go into that. Google needs time to get to know your online presence. And before long, you will start showing up in search results, but it's not an overnight thing, which is why Google Ads, Angie, Thumbtack, places like that are very attractive. And I don't judge local service businesses who use those tactics. There's nothing really wrong with that. But when you're looking at the ROI of doing either one, what you will experience is that consistent work on local SEO, about every 3 months or so, you really notice a breakthrough. And what you see is that over time, the longer you're consistent at it, it skyrockets for your business. Whereas with Google Ads, you usually see a spike at the beginning when you're doing Google Ads. If you don't see a spike right away, sometimes it comes month 2, the spike. But once you hit that spike, it kind of starts falling off, and it's diminishing returns over time. And of course, with Google Ads, as soon as you stop paying Google for those ads, you're not getting any clicks or calls, right? Because you're just not even showing up. Whereas local SEO, if you're investing in local SEO through work you're doing or hiring someone like me to do it for you, you're not paying me more. You're not doing additional work in order to keep rising in the ranks. You will just be doing the work or paying for the work, and the results get better and better and better over time without you having to pay extra. And if you reach that point on, month 9 or 12 where you're budget ridden on for some reason because you're expanding fast and you have to take a break from local SEO, which I don't recommend, but if you did, you're not going to notice an overnight drop off. The work you've done really does last, right? So this is a very, very strong image illustrating to you why local SEO is so much more important to your business growth online than Google Ads. I do have some customers who use both local SEO and Google Ads, and it works for them, and that's great. But if you are overly dependent on Google Ads, you're going to be paying a lot of money, and as soon as you can't afford those ads anymore, you stop getting customers. Local SEO is the stronger way to go. It is the way to build your business and really start doubling, tripling, 10xing the call volume that you're currently receiving. Now, I want to not just talk about the quantity of times someone clicks through to your website, the quantity of times people call you. I also want to talk about the quality of these customers. Those of you who've used a lot of Google Ads and Angie and Thumbtack and even Nextdoor, you've been spending money on these platforms, you'll know what I'm saying is true. These customers do tend to be kind of impatient and demanding. They want something right now. They want overnight respond, or like within the hour often. Sometimes you can't respond that immediately. It's good if you can respond as quickly as possible, but they're customers that are just going to probably be a headache. They're also bargain hunters, right? They're looking for the cheapest price in town. They are hard to keep because of that, right? And they're disloyal. They may or may not use you again. And then, of course, they're expensive. If you looked at the cost per customer that you're getting through these types of platforms, it's going to be so much more compared to, say, local search. Because those customers, first of all, they're excited to hire you. Often when they've clicked through to you, they've already read some of your online reviews. They've already looked around your website. They were searching and they found you, and that gives them a lot of confidence in your business even before they dialed the phone. And often these customers are going to really prefer quality over price. They don't tend to be clicking on ads or using those places like Thumbtack. They really want to know that they can trust this provider to get the job done well. And because of that, also, they tend to be loyal after you do good work for them. They save your number. They call you again in the future. And of course, these customers that you get from local search are cheaper over time because of this, right? You're not paying me more to get more customers. The more successful you get, the cheaper these customers become because you're only paying or investing in the work being done. Versus with ads, to get more customers, you have to pay more, right? Now, here's a couple case studies for you so you can see. I don't have permission for my clients to share their brand names, but I can show you from the back end results that I've gotten with them. So this is a customer of mine that they are a window and gutter cleaner. And if you look at the arrow, that's where our local SEO work began. So everything to the left, you see the numbers they have, which were respectable for a local service business like theirs, was before I really did my work. Right around the early March, we began the work of revamping parts of their website and launching local SEO. And if you just keep looking off to the right, that's where you see the results that they got, okay? You do see a drop off towards the beginning of October. That's because their season ended. for window cleaning, but gutter cleaning is and chimney cleaning, what they also do is starting to pick back up. So some of that is seasonality, but what you will notice is look at the purple. That's how many impressions that is, how many times they showed up in a simple Google search. It had nothing to do with their ads. It was all Google search. And if you look at also the blue, their clicks, prior to working with us, it was rare that they got more than like 13, 14 clicks in a single day. They would have some days out of the week where they would get no clicks. Well, today, there is never a day they don't get clicks. Their lowest click days are usually around 12 or 13, and now they're sometimes even getting almost 40 clicks in a day. So not only are they getting seen online far more, but they're getting far more clicks, which translates into them. They're getting more estimate requests, more calls, and growing their business. This is a pool cleaner. Now, this is an example on the other end. The first one I showed you was they've been established a business. They've had a website for many years. This is a pool cleaner of mine who just launched his business earlier this year. And if you see the arrow, that's where we began doing our local SEO work. So he really had no online presence to speak of when we came, with the exception of his verified Google business profile. And what you can see is even after pool season was over in September, he continued to get more website traffic, and he continued to get calls just from his online presence without needing to pay for ads, which is exciting to see. Now, this is a customer who, on the far end of just getting started with us, just getting started with their business, it's pretty early. We're not even 6 months in, but we're excited to see the results that he has thus far. This next one is an interesting one. This isn't typically the type of customer we service. It's a local professional service agency, so more in the white collar business world. But if you see to the left, they had a website. It wasn't doing a whole lot for them. We came in and started doing rigorous SEO work late in the summer, and off to the right, within 2 months, we saw an enormous boost in their website traffic and online service requests, which was exciting to see. So I hope this helps you understand kind of who we are and what we do. At any time, you're welcome to request a free Google assessment. I'll gladly take a look at your online presence, let you know, give you a score, tell you why I scored it, even give you a list of items you can do yourself to improve your online presence, and then I can give you a quote. If you don't want to do it, you don't have time, but you want to hire me to do it, I can tell you how much it would, the investment level would be for you, as well as discuss, what kind of results can you expect. So thanks for tuning in. Have a great day.